Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining in for today's session. I'm really grateful to see you guys. Quite unfortunate we're starting below schedule. I was trying to link my Facebook account, but for some funny reasons, my browser is not supporting it. So today we shall be discussing only on Instagram. Thank you, Eziama. Hello, good afternoon. I can see you, mommy. I appreciate you. So I'm just gonna give a brief overview of what we shall be discussing today, and I think this is a very great topic. Quite unfortunately, that Facebook is not showing it live because my computer is not allowing me based on my my I don't know, my camera. I don't know. It was working perfectly, but I don't know. So the topic today is adding value to your brand. This is a great topic, which I believe everyone should be part of it. And branding is something each and every one of us need to have. In any area of your life, you need branding. Whether you're in business, you need branding. If you're in marriage, you need branding. Personal life, you need branding. Even church, you need branding. Even government, you need branding. So branding is something we cannot distinguish. I see a lot of people who have brands in different categories. Okay, for example, those who have entertainment industry, those who are in the entertainment industry, they have a brand. And then if you look at musicians, their brand is different because they sing different music and then they convey different message. Some people like secular music, some people like reggae, some people like hip hop, some people like R&B. It all depends, or blues as you may call it. So these are brands. Okay, how do you want to brand yourself? Are you a student? What is your major in school? What do you want people to take you for? Do you have interest in law, medicine, pharmacy, engineering, accounting? It's very important because that is part of branding. But like I said, each time I begin my series, I normally give what I call affirmations. Affirmations are what guides us in whatever we do in life. So today I have 4 affirmations I want to give. And these affirmations are what will guide us during the course of this topic, adding value to your brand. And I'm going to try and make it like 30 minutes the max. It's a little bit detailed, but I'm going to try. So the ABC of branding has 3 things. Branding has ABC: appearance, behavior, and communication. Appearance, behavior, and communication. This is the foundation and the summary of all you need to know about branding. Then, how do you sound? How do you look? These are the things that can show your true message. How you sound and how you look sums up to packaging. Every brand has a product, okay? And that product is what makes them unique. When you talk about branding, we talk about values. That is the 3rd affirmation, values. Branding goes with belief, values. What is your belief? What do you believe in? And then finally, make conscious efforts to be an expertise in whatever you are doing. That is the 4th affirmation. So let's begin properly. If you are a human being, as people know and say, appearance is everything. Statistics has shown that 73% of people are judged, first of all, by their appearance. When you look at somebody, you determine how you're going to judge them. Technically, that is how life really works. Appearance is very important. So the first thing people look about is branding, is appearance. What do people see when they see your products? When they see you, how do people see you? For instance, if you are a doctor, how do people see you? If you are a lawyer, if you dress, how do people see you? If you are a businessman, how do people see you? If you are a clergy, how do people see you? That is appearance. If you have a business, how do people perceive your business? Let me say, for example, you have a website. When people go to your website, how does it appear? Let me say you have a resume. People see your resume. How does your resume appear? That is what I call appearance. That is the A of branding. Then behavior. That's the B of branding. How do people communicate with you? How do you relate with people? How do you convey your products? It's very, very important. Then C, communication. Communication can be likened to the language of branding. it's very important you know how to communicate your message to your audience, because how you look, how you sound, how you behave, these are the centerpiece of packaging in a business. Some people talk about branding like, oh, it doesn't matter, this is what it is. No, if you have a product, make it attractive for people to come into, because when the eye sees the product, people want to come close to it. You may have a good product, but if you don't brand yourself very well, people will not come close to your products. Let me give you an example. I come from a Lego perspective. I have a Lego background. You may have a good case, but if you don't have a good lawyer that is articulate, you may lose. You may have a bad case, but if you have a good lawyer that knows his or her onions, you may win. So that is why I say branding is very, very important. Then we'll talk about values. Values is very important when it comes to branding. What do people see when they see your products? What is the value you believe in? For instance, Toyota has a brand that is durable products. Bentley is a brand that is a luxury products. Honda is a brand that is durable. So it depends on what you are looking out for. So if you are in business, you must know what brand you want people to perceive you, because image and perception are very, very important in branding. And then you have to make conscious effort to be an expert in whatever you are doing. Being an expert or having expertise in a particular industry is very important. You cannot be jack of all trades. You need to stay in one particular place, and people should know you for that. For example, more people go on the internet and then they put your name on Google. What comes up about you? What do you want people to see about you? So for me now, like I have a legal background. That's my training as a lawyer. Okay, but then I'm very big on empowerment. This is my power. This is my joy. This is my interest. I'm very big on leadership. I'm very big on service to humanity. I'm very big on helping people to discover themselves. This is how I want to brand myself. And this is how when I want people to address me. So when you go on the internet, you put about me, all my articles, all my videos, all my speeches are all about empowerment. That is what I call branding. And in doing that, I try to grow in that industry. I try to be the best in it. That is why I say being an expert in your industry really will go a long way. Now, branding, let's take branding to a more closer perspective. If you want to have a brand that is duly recognized, respected, appreciated, and valued, there are things you have to put into consideration. Number one is integrity. Business is very, very important, but people forget that people who control business are the customers, not even the owner of the business. Your customers are the one that you should pay close attention to. Now, if you have integrity in business, people will respect you for that. Your word should be your word. Your word is your bond. In law, we say patum cum servanda, which means every contract, every agreement must be honored. So, as an attorney or any contract you're writing, you are bound to read whatever you're doing before you sign your signature. But people don't know. They just look at, they read, and then that's it. No, you have to pay attention to integrity. It's very important. Then also we'll talk about being deliberate, be intentional. So if you want to go into a business, you must be sure of the business you want to go into. Just don't dabble into any business because anybody's going to that business. No. You must know the business you really want to go into, because it will go a long way to really help you to differentiate yourself from every other person. Once you know that part of business you want to go into, the onus is on you. The burden is on you to be consistent. I repeat, the onus is on you to be inconsistent, because inconsistency is inconsistent with the lifestyle of great men. I repeat, inconsistency is inconsistent with the lifestyle of great men. So once you are consistent in your business, you want people to know you for that industry. You want people to recognize you. But you see, once you fail to understand these ABCs, then you need reorientation, because this is what is going to help you. People are not properly informed about what it takes to go into a business. People are not properly informed about what it takes to be a brand. A brand is what people should know you for. For example, Coca-Cola is a brand. Coca-Cola does not need any advertisement because it's a brand that has come to stay and people have known what it is. I liken brand to a style. Style is something that is fashionable. When we talk about style, it's like somebody who's a fashionista. If you see a man or a lady that knows how to dress, a lady that knows how to dress, or a man that knows how to dress, dressing comes with style. Style is unique. You cannot copy style. You can't copy style. So in branding, you must know your niche. Know what is so unique about your brand. Somebody defined style as more than pure appearance. Because you can copy somebody, okay, but you can never be like them. The best you can do is to imitate them because your style is your style. Your brand is your brand. So style is more than appearance. You have to know what makes you so unique. It is a conveyance of an aura. Aura is what people exhume. Like once you're a leader, you are speaking, or you enter a gathering. When you speak, there's an aura you speak. People will know, oh my God, this guy is good. That's your aura. Okay? You cannot define style. Okay? You can't define style. But you can say it once you recognize it because people have come to know you for that brand. So it's very, very important you know what brand you really want to come into your life. So branding comes with perception. How do people see you? When people look at you, how do they see you from that vantage point, even without coming close to you? Before coming close to you, people want to read about you. They might go online, watch videos, how you speak, how you write, how you articulate. What do you do that attracts people? So the perception, the message you give to people is very, very, very important. So you must know the vision you have in mind, because vision is what can separate you from somebody else. When we talk about branding, it comes up with a mission statement. This is what I set up to do. If you have a website, for example, I have a website. So you want to know what do people know about you? What do you want people to know about your products or your service, what you are doing? It's your mission statement that will tell people, this is the line I'm going. This is the path I'm going. But the bigger picture is the vision. The vision is what people look into. That is why I personally respect great men. They are not concerned about where they are today, but they're concerned about the future. It's not about now. It's what is in there for me. So it is very, very important that you know the vision and the mission statement you really want to go into. And by so doing, people will now come to recognize you with that. Recognition is very important in business. You want, whenever something is called, your name comes up automatically. On the internet, in the news, the best leader, the best footballer, the best runner, the best phone. It is your name that's going to come up. So when your name comes up, then you have attained what I call recognition. Right? So that being said, I want to come into the benefits of branding, because people don't really know what the benefit of branding is. There's a lot of benefit that comes with branding. I look at it this way. It's like appearance. Okay, it's like dressing. People want to smile to you. When you smile to people, people will definitely smile back. I have never seen a case whereby somebody smiles to somebody. Oh, he looks good. She looks good. And then nobody smiles back. But when you smile, people smile back. That is how branding really works. So once you brand yourself in a particular way, people want to join you. People want to identify with you because guess what? Everyone wants to identify with success. Nobody wants to celebrate with failure. Success is what makes us so unique. So in branding, it's all about what are you putting out there. Let me go back to the issue of dressing. In dressing, it's not all about what you wear, but how do you wear it? Who is wearing it? As a lady, for example, you want to put on an outfit. You have to know your body physique, know your body style. What works for you might not work for another person. It is very, very important. Everybody needs to know what is so unique about them. So it's not about what you're wearing, but how do you wear it? When do you wear it? Okay, so we shall be discussing more of all these issues, and then you're gonna see more for yourself. So if you have any question, just keep noting it, write it down. I will attend to it in no next time. But I want to ask you some questions that I want you guys to really pay attention to. Okay? Now, one question I want to ask is, what makes you different? What makes you appealing? If you have a business, or you are trying to get a business, you want to make sure that you put in the right message in there. So ask yourself, what makes you appealing? What makes you different? What message are you trying to convey? What do you want people to say about you? Who are you? How do you want people to know you? Okay? How do you want people to recognize you? These are the things that's going to help you to really differentiate yourself from every other person. Because guess what? Picture speaks 1,001 words. So people want to identify with your logo. Before people come to your website, they want to know what you are offering. When they see your logo, looks good. How can I come in? How can I come in? Because your logo is what is going to attract them to you. So put in mind those questions I've been able to ask you. Who are you? What do you want people to know you for? What message are you trying to convey? And what do you want to do? These are the questions that should help you in your brand product. We have 1,001 hairstylists in the world, but some people are gifted, some people are talented. Sometimes it's their message, it's how they speak. We have 1,001 companies that manufacture phones, but then some people are respected. We have people who are into technology, so people are respected. So you must make your name for yourself. Okay, so brands are different. You can distinguish your brand from another brand. I like a brand to a lady that's beautiful. And I lots of people, like you all we know, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. What I might consider beautiful might not be beautiful for somebody else. So what is beautiful to me might be ugly to somebody else. That's like marriage or relationship. What a man likes in a woman, somebody else might like it differently. And that is how branding really works. We all look in one direction, but we all see different things because the vision, the interpretation, and the mission is different. So beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Okay, so as a brand, you need to be original in whatever you are doing. Originality is the beauty of life. When I talk about branding, one thing that comes to my mind is a great man, Oscar Wilde. He said, everyone is taken. Be yourself, everyone is taken. And that informs me each time I talk about being unique. I remember the chapter 2 of my book, Understanding Your Uniqueness. Understanding your uniqueness. Be yourself, everyone is taken. So you cannot reinvent the wheel. I repeat, you cannot reinvent the wheel. So all you have to do is see how you can add some value to whatever is already established and see how you can move it or scale it up to the next level. So you must understand what is so unique about you. Understand the brand message you want people to conceive about you. You have to know the product you want to come into. I was speaking about mentorship a couple of weeks ago. I said anybody that wants to go into a business must do your research, about what is obtainable out there. What is the problem? What is the challenge this business is facing or this industry is facing? So that is your product will now help you to add value into it. So you must understand what your product is all about, and then see how you can now add more value to it. Okay, so now let us go to the meat of this conversation. How do you distinguish yourself? How do you make yourself, how do you make your brand so unique? How do you add value to your brand? Number one is knowledge, information. Information is power. I always tell people, if you're not informed, you are ill-informed. And once you're ill-informed, you can't perform because information leads to reformation and transformation. So you must have an idea. One thing is going to school to acquire education. You went to college, you went to high school, you went to a business school. They are good. But in the real world, you must be practical. How can you meet your customers where they are? How can you meet people where they are? It is very, very important. As a leader, you must meet people where they are before you take them to the promised land. I always tell people, a great man or a leader is a person who is able to, who is close enough to relate with people and far ahead to motivate them. So as a leader, you must not only thinking of, let me take them to El Dorado, to the paradise, to heaven, or whatever place you want to take them. You want to know your people. You want to know your employees. You want to know your workers. Relate with them. Because rules minus relationship equals to resentment and rebellion. I repeat, rules minus relationship equals to resentment and rebellion. So it's very important for you to really relate with your customers. You have to relate with your people to know what they really need. Know their impulse, feel them, and ask them what is going on. And you can only do this once you are properly informed. That is why I say education is very, very important. Continue to read. See what is out there. We live in a digital world. Right now, the world is going virtual. So people are living on ground to offline. People are now living offline to online. So when you read, it helps you to be contemporaneous. It keeps you knowledgeable. It makes you abreast with what is really out there. So information can differentiate you from somebody else. Now, as a brand owner, you must know how to position yourself very well. It's very important. You must be strategic. Being strategic means that you must know your location, know your audience, know where your market is needed very well. If you have a business, you have an industry, you must know where the demand is high and see how you can add value to it. Everybody has a business around them. It's all about you trying to know what are the needs of people around me. How can they really benefit from my product? When you know what is so unique about you, then you now bring in that services or learn the skills that's needed or learn the knowledge that's needed to really impact that knowledge. 2, you can talk about strong relationship. Brand goes with relationship. I always talk about business. It's very, very important. I have a quote by Robert Sharma. He said, "The business of business is human relation, but the business of life is human connection." Everybody has friends who are into business. I might see 1,001 reason why I'm going to buy this pen or this pencil or this cup from somebody else. But because I have a friend in that area, I'm going to go with him or her because I've already established that relationship with that person. So it's very important that you know how to cultivate relationship. So you have to build it up very well because your friends, your customers are the ones that are going to bring you that relationship. So it's not about you yourself or have money. No. Once you treat your customers right, once you treat people right, they will go back to refer people. In fact, let me share something I learned when I was in Nigeria. When I was doing my youth service in Nigeria, one of my we call him the elder or papa, as the case may say, being he's the leader of the society. He was addressing the students. He says that address was to the female students. He says, "If I cannot marry you, can I recommend you?" Basically, he was saying that we are all colleagues. I might not be able to marry you right now because I am not ready yet. But can I recommend you to somebody else? So what am I saying? I might not be able to provide you this service. I might not be able to give you XYZ, but I may be able to refer someone who might be in need. That is why I said you have to know how to build strong relationship. I tell people, your network is your net worth. Once you have a strong network, association, community, friends, family, it helps to speed your process in business. So also, we're going to be talking about consistency in business. It's very important that in business, you have to be consistent as a brand manager or as a brand personnel or as a company. You have to be consistent. You don't want to do one thing and then tomorrow you stop. Maybe because somebody else is doing it or it's not favoring me. No, you have to know how to put these things together because once you have a business that people see, people hear, people talk about, it helps to move you to the next level. So you have to know the quote I gave you earlier on. Inconsistency is inconsistent with the lifestyle of great men. I repeat, inconsistent is inconsistent with the lifestyle of great men. All great men are consistent in whatever they do. They have a path that have made them unique in what they have done. They did not delve into any other business or into any other life. They were able to understand what is so unique about them and what their business structure is all about, and then they were able to move towards it. So most people understand that you are so unique, you have distinguished yourself. They will come to identify with you, and by identifying with you, they will appreciate your product, they will appreciate your services, and then they will be able to do business with you and then relate with you to other people. So you have to understand that very, very well. You have to stick to your business. Don't run away. Okay, be yourself. everyone is taking. Let's move forward. We have to be informed about life. I spoke about information. You have to be informed about what is going on out there. If you have a business or you have a brand, you want to make sure that people don't take you for granted. How do you stay informed in business? You stay informed in business by outsmarting your competitors. For example, people own a business, they are not concerned about their customers. They're only concerned about themselves. But you have to be concerned about your customers, because these are the people that pay your services. Because they can rubbish you tomorrow, they can make you go out of business. So how do you stay informed? For example, you can separate yourself from another category of other business by giving out flyers. So you may have a mail list or a MailChimp. If you're into business, there's something we call MailChimp, whereby you give mass email to all your clients, everybody on your database. You inform them of different products that's on sale. You inform them of what they can do to get better deals. Give them information. Give them bonus. Meet people where they are. So this is information. Some people don't give bonus. Some people don't give incentive. Some people don't give there are different options you can really give people that will make them to really attract themselves to you. Once people see this incentive, they try to come close to you. You can give them flyers, tell them thank you, I appreciate you. These little things go a long way to retain your business. Okay, talking about brand again, let's see brand for another thing of a storytelling. Storytelling is something you can use to differentiate your brand from some other person. And I'm going to give you a practical example because I try to be practical. I have a book, which I authored. People who have been able to read my book have been able to say that there's a story behind it. And when they see me, they see that story behind it, because that story is trajectory. People see it and then people know that truly this guy's story is so unique. Alright, so what am I trying to say? When we have a brand, people want to know what is so unique about your brand. What is the story behind this brand? Why is this brand so unique? It's very, very important. So once people hear your story as an individual, it could be your experience, why you are going to that brand. For example, we talk about racism in America, and then people want to stop racism in America. You can say, this is why I want to stop racism. See what happened to Trevor Martins. See what happened to current this guy now, Ahmaud Berry, here in the US now. So some people are not happy with it. They form an organization to say, you know what, we must put an end to this. So people want to know, what is the story behind your brand? Why did you go into that industry? What is the mission? What is the value? What is it that you want to know? It is your story that can help people to attract themselves to you, because your story can be compelling. You can be that you want to solve a problem in the world. Right now, this coronavirus. If anybody can come out with a cure for coronavirus or an organization, trust me, everybody will rush to that person. That is a brand. That is a message. Because tomorrow, whoever found a cure for coronavirus might say, I was just here and I saw that my cousin died, my dad died, my brother died, my best friend died, and I'm a pharmacist, I'm a doctor, I'm a lab scientist, and I thought to myself, what can I do to put an end to this? So I was inspired to spend all my days, all my nights in the lab just to make sure I find a cure. And by so doing, then I was able to find a cure. Okay, so it is very, very important you have that story at the back of your mind. So you must know, as a brand personnel, you must have what I call great customer service. Great customer service is very, very important as a brand personnel. How does great customer service really work? I'm going to talk about social listening skills towards the end of this. And that is how you can match great customer service. See how I define great customer service. We have what I call the golden rule. Do to others as you want others to do unto you. We have what I call the platinum rule, which is treat people the way they wish to be treated. And then we have the double platinum rule, which is all about giving people more than they expect. So for example, you make a call, someone calls you, probably a company calls you, it could be your bank, and then or you have a concern with a product. When you place a call to that company, after they have solved that problem for you, they will ask you a question: is there anything else I can help you? That is taking the conversation to the next level. That is what I call the double platinum rule. So when I talk about great customer service, I mean little angst like thank you, please, I'm sorry, have this, bonus. These little things go a long way to attract people. If you have a website or you want to create a website, now some website designers can tell you, oh, I can add this plugin to you, I can add this MailChimp to you, I can inform you of better deals out there, I can tell you how you can connect your Facebook to your LinkedIn account, Facebook account, social media account, I can make you see how you can chat with your clients or with your customers when they come to you. These little things go a long way. Some people just don't care. They just, give out their products to somebody else and then they I'm only just my money. No, you must apply what I call great customer service. It will go a long way to really make your product so unique. Okay, let's take a case study of you have a product. You must provide high quality. When I mean high quality, people want to know your brand for a particular product. I mentioned about Toyota. Toyota is a brand that is so durable. Honda is a brand that is so durable. Bentley is a brand that is so durable. These are luxury. No, Bentley is not a durable car. It's a luxury car. Sorry about it. It's a luxury car. So it depends on the product you want to have in mind. If you want to go into designers, Chanel, DKNY, Versace, these are big designers. They are not cheap. They have quality. So some people are cheap. Like people talk about China. China is cheap. China is cheap. China is a cheap product. Some people go there and patronize them. That is okay. But if people want original product, they know where to go to. So it is very, very important that you know your brand. You know the kind of things you want to do. So let's go into the area of strategy. Every business is different. In strategy, what I look at strategy is how do you create customers? How do you get clients? How do you take your product from one step to the other? Everybody have a different ways of doing it. And this is where business is centered. Everybody wants ROI, return of investment. Everybody wants to get an income. So what is the strategy you use? For instance, for me, one of the things that has helped me over time is network. I try to know how I can meet people at a certain point in time. Some people say, how do you know XYZ? I network, but I network with a strategic purpose. So once I have a network, I know the right people I meet at any point in time. People say I'm blessed, I'm talented, I'm gifted. No, I put in the work. I have a strategy. I don't look at today, I look at tomorrow. So I build strong network. I build strong friendship. And this has really helped me. So every business is different. When I talk about strategy, it's like trade secrets. Every business has a trade secret. Your trade secret is what can make you apart. You don't want to tell somebody your secret to your business. You want to keep it to yourself, and because that is what will make you get customers and get clients. So as a brand manager, you must sit there and know how you can really actualize whatever you want, because strategy is very, very important. It's like those who play soccer. You must have a strategy if you're going to a football pitch. Know when to substitute one player to the other. That's for those of you who know soccer. I play soccer very well, so I know what that strategy is all about. So I'm going to end with social listening skills as a brand. These are things that would differentiate you. Like I said earlier on, it goes with great customer service. Social listening skills is very, very important. Some people have a product, and when you have your product, people critique your product. People give you a review on your product. Some people just go online and say that they don't really care about what people talk about their product. They don't really care. No. If you have a YouTube account, go there and see what are your customers saying. It's very, very important. I cannot overemphasize that part. See what your customers are saying. I cannot overemphasize that part. Go there and analyze them. If they ask you a question, you go there and analyze it and answer. If they give you a bad negative report, tell them thank you. Don't go back and forth with them telling them XYZ. No, don't be negative. Be positive. When you are negative, people tend to distance themselves from you. So people go online and see the review you have in the products. What does the review say about you? So this is what I call social listening skills. It will go a long way to see how you can differentiate yourself from other people. People might not respond to their social media account on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on their website or reviews. But if you can take the pain to go out there and answer that question, if you can't do it, get somebody to do it for you, because that helps to tell people you pay attention to them. I'm not only concerned about your money, I'm concerned about you. So these are the things that I talk about branding. It's quite unfortunate this thing is not being televised right now on Facebook, but I'm going to try to see how I can share it on Facebook. Maybe next week I'm going to repeat the same topic, because this is a topic everybody wants to listen to. Because right now we live in the age whereby technology is now ruling the world. So the world is now moving from offline to online. So it's very important you know how to make this happen. So I don't know if anybody has a question. If yes, please feel free to ask me before we call it a day for today. I'm all here to listen to your questions. Branding is very important. Branding is what makes you so unique in your business. So I'm all ears to have your ears to your business, okay, or to any question you may have. Any questions so far? If you have any question, please feel free to ask me, and then we can decide on how it's going to be. Thank you, Nina. I can see you are here. Thank you, Bookie. Thank you guys. Thank you, Linda. I can see all of you here. Thank you, Benga. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Zuri Brown. Appreciate you. Thank you, Modest. Thank you, Radon. You guys are so amazing. I appreciate everything you guys have been able to make it work. Thank you, Uzo. Thank you, Zero Life. I appreciate you guys. So that is what I have to say for today. So to the extent you have more questions, feel free to inbox me. Send me questions on my inbox. Let me know any question you may have, any topic you want me to discuss. Feel free to invite your friends next week, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and 7 p.m. Watts time, and then I believe we can call it a day for today. So I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everything you have done for me today. So I see you guys next week. Thank you. And if you have time, join me in 5 minutes time. I have another live conversation about coronavirus and the opportunities that come with it. So it's coming up in 5 minutes. So feel free to join me, okay? Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.